What's going on, guys? Infinite Smarticulls Gaming, and we are back, ready to slap with another Monster Hunter video. And today we're going to talk something that I probably should have talked about a long time ago, but we're going to talk about it now on the last day before Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak comes out. Monster themes. My top 5 monster themes in the base game. I decided to do it in the game as sort of a last hurrah before Sunbreak comes out, because chances are the next time I log into Monster Hunter Rise in the big official game will be in Sunbreak. And so I decided to just go ahead and do it from the housekeeper in the game and list my top 5 and let them play for a second. So let's start with number 5. Number 5 is Mizutane, the water fox, and its beautiful, beautiful theme. Of course, it's a monster in the game, but Mizutane, for me, and I'm sure for other people as well, has always seemed to represent a beauty and elegance that not a lot of other monsters have in the game. And, you know, imagine my surprise when I first met Mizutane and heard this theme. I was really able to hear the beauty, the elegance that the Mizutane symbolizes, basically. Of course, I love this song and will fight the Mizutane literally just to hear the theme music. It's got the beauty and the elegance, but it also has an intensity that reminds you that even though you're fighting a beautiful, elegant fox, you are also fighting a pretty strong monster that will beat you if you're not careful. And of course, the Rise version of the Mizutane theme fits with the theme of the game and the theme of the monster at the same time, and I think it's really nice. Okay, so I'll let it play for a little while. I'm moving on to number 4, and number 4 just so happens to be on the same page, and it is Chameleon. I love this. This theme is really good, especially that introduction is incredible. I love it. The theme for me really was catchy when I first fought Chameleon for the first time. I sat there and was, of course, just speechless seeing the monster anyway. The fact that there was a chameleon monster in the game blew my mind, and I was thinking to myself, you know, wow, what if they put him in the 5th generation? What would he be like? And of course got my questions answered when he was in Rise. And of course the Rise version of his song is really good, especially this part right here. A lot of the parts in the songs have, you know, like this kind of backing vocal choir chant type thing going on, and it really adds an intensity to the songs that might not or might have been there in the past. And of course, one of the highlights of his music is when Chameleon goes invisible or he cloaks himself, blends in camouflage, the music quiets down to match, of course, the silence and mystery. You know, where's Chameleon? He's not showing up on the map. We can't see him. His music's gotten quiet. He's completely disappeared. And then, of course, when he shows himself again, the music picks up in pace, or not in pace, in volume. The music picks up in volume, and you can hear it again. I think that is a really neat little thing that no other monster in the game has. And of course his music is just really good. I love it. The intensity, the backing little choir chant vocals that are there in the back, I think that is really cool. He's an elder dragon, so of course you want his music to be intense, even though he's not, super strong Tailstra, or Lunastra, super strong elder dragons for his type of elder dragon. You can make the argument he's one of the weaker elder dragons in the franchise, but still he's an elder dragon. So you'd want his music to be intense to match the level of the monster that you're going up against. But moving right along to number 3, this one is also on this page, and it is Annogus. So for me, I will admit right now, have never liked Annogus music. Never liked his theme. The melody, never been a fan of it. Just gonna be honest. Gonna be straight up honest. I've never been a fan. In World, I was like, don't like it. I fought him in Genu, don't like it. I love this one because of the chanting, backing vocals in this. It is really good. The Rise version of this song, I really, really like. I have to admit, I love it. Of course, never been a fan of the music before, but the chanting vocals, the intensity that this has, really, I fell in love with the Annogus theme in Rise. I did. When I heard it for the first time, I was like, why in the world is Annogus theme one of the most intense themes I've heard so far? And it still stands up to that. Currently, in the base Rise game, his theme is probably one of the most intense themes in the game in terms of drive, in terms of aggression, in terms of adrenaline. I feel a lot of that, especially this part right here. For me, this is my absolute favorite part. And as I'm listening to this part, the first time I hear this part, I'm sitting here and I'm going, why in the world does Annogus sound like he's a final boss monster? What is that about? Of course, this was before Apex Annogus was announced, and this was, Rise first getting started. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, what in the world? Because I'm remembering World's Annogus theme, and I'm like, Annogus themes, ugh. And I'm hearing this, and I'm like, whoa, Annogus sounds like he's the final boss of the game. What's happening? Then, of course, they announced Apex Annogus, and, the theme matched the intensity of Apex Annogus a lot more. But still, his theme is very intense. I absolutely love it in Rise. Of course, what I've noticed is each generation, sometimes each game, has a different version of the same theme, which I find really nice. And, of course, Annogus theme in Rise is just incredible for me. I love it. For me, number 2 will be there it is. Number 2 is Belge Geese theme. I really like Belge Geese theme. I love Belge Geese theme in World. I love Belge Geese theme in Rise. Belge Geese theme had to arguably have been my second favorite theme in Rise. I mean, not in Rise, in World. And it's definitely my second favorite theme in Rise. Of course, they have given the Belge Geese theme a Rise revision as well. It's got the same, basic melody, but it's got the Rise flair of the vocal chants and the backing vocal chants and things like that. But I love it. The theme is always super energetic. It kind of makes me bounce my seat while I'm fighting Belge Geese. Every single one of these monsters that I've listed in my top 5, I will fight them just to hear their music. I will. I'll go out there with a bow if it means taking longer to listen to the song. But Belge Geese's theme is really good. I've always loved it. There's not much to say about it, of course. This part right here, Belge Geese being such a large beast that flies and kind of glides with his wings, I can kind of imagine that with the theme. But this part right here that's coming up is my absolute favorite part. Yep, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. I had Belge Geese's theme playing in the village for the longest time until I bought some of the extra packs that came with the game. But we will move on to my favorite theme, my all-time favorite theme in Monster Hunter Rise, the base game, and that will be the Monster Hunter Rise base game flagship monsters theme, Magnamalo. When I heard this theme, I was, it was in the trailer for Rise, and they played it. Of course, I laughed at Magnamalo's name. I really did. I thought his name was absolutely hilarious. Of course, it's growing on me now that I've, fought him and heard it a bunch. But when I heard his theme song, I was just, wow. I was like, that is so good. It had the energy, it had the drive, and of course, pairing that energy from this music with the initial trailers from Rise really, really gave it an extra boost. And I was hoping this music was in Rise. I said, I've never heard this song before. I'm hoping this is in there somewhere. Of course it was. It's Magnamalo's theme. And it was, it's so good. I'll fight him just to hear it. It's really good. I love it. Of course, they had an abridged version in the Rise trailer, and the abridged version, I have to admit, I do prefer over the full-length theme. But, of course, in the abridged version, it's just a condensed version of all the parts in the actual song. So all the parts in the song I do like. Of course, just me being critical and personal taste is really the only qualm I have, but I could say that about every one of the songs. But as far as the energy, the feel, the love for this song, this one's number one for me in base Rise. So that's my top 5 Monster Hunter themes, or monster themes in Monster Hunter Rise. Of course, I'll do another video for Sunbreak, my monster themes for Sunbreak, because of course with the Megalas being in there and a lot of other lovely new monsters, there are a lot of lovely new themes, or a lot of returning themes with lovely new revisions, possibly with the added Rise style. So I'm interested to see how they sound. I'm super excited for tomorrow, guys. This is gonna be great. Please stay around, stay posted. I'll be posting videos, of course. I'll be posting videos really for my own enjoyment, because going back and watching them, some time from now, it's always nice to see them again. But if you like gameplay videos, I will be posting plenty of those. I'll be posting gameplay videos by myself, and then I'll also be posting gameplay videos with Scott once he gets the Sunbreak expansion. So we'll see you guys on the next one.